you cannot really blame this generation. If something is happening now, it's because it started somewhere. That's as it, to understand your future, you have to look at where you're coming from. The root. It's not about you attacking. It's not about you attacking the root, but more like attacking the source.
Do you think that this baby mama thing is to blame the men or to blame the women?
Once the brain has experienced pain, it finds every way to let that pain not happen for the next time. But you think it's you is the individual, but you have to understand something. It's not you the individual that is controlling this body, it's the brain.
True.
A man with a nasty past is a man with experience, and he works better in a relationship. Okay, your past doesn't matter, but my money matters. It means what? You're looking at my future. I'm looking at your past. That's how the dating market works.
My boyfriend told me 2 weeks ago that he has nerves and will feel better if he sucks my breast or my boobs. So I accepted. This guy pressed, squeezed, and sucked my breast like for 2 hours. He said now they are saggy, flat, and like wall. I'm even ashamed to look at them. Please help.
Wait, did he just suck him for 2 hours, so he was doing it every day for 2
No,
hours?
what he said he had nerves. No, he said you don't walk now. You come over, you don't tire. I said, Masa, I need some soft pillow to sleep.
Wait, that means like he just did it once.
Yes. He said this guy pressed, squeezed, and sucked my breath for 2 hours.
It doesn't matter how you press, squeeze, and suck it, but if you're saying that just one day, it's like he cannot make your breast sag in a day.
That yes, no. Yeah.
Because even a man, there are times when you wake up, let me say you're from playing football or you're really heated, your balls are saggy, like it's just you get it. It's all saggy, and that's just saying your skin is more relaxed. It's a equivalent blood flow. If let's say you bathe in the rain or you do some activity in the rain, or you go for swimming, or you get it, something that enables blood to maybe freeze up in you.
Yeah.
Contracts. That's why, because the nature of your skin is still young, it's still growing, it's still elastic, it's still expanding. So you either fluctuate based on that, depending on your blood flow.
Yeah.
And what can respond to it. So if he pressed it and it was saggy at the moment, yes, that's understood. He did a good job. Your hormones were really, it means what? He succeeded in getting your hormones, because your hormones and all of that will react to all that being saggy. But if after that time,
but I feel like that the breast.
No, but if after that time or after that day, and she still says it's saggy,
breast now is like the topic of discussion.
yeah, but if she still says after that day that you think it's saggy, then it's not the guy's. Man,
She other people have been sucking. Yes, other people have been sucking.
She's been walking. How are you gonna tell me a guy is pressing your breast for one time to make you saggy?
No, it was saggy before. It's actually I don't notice it. But when they overpressed now, I thought that maybe no. Let me check.
She's just finding a way to console the things she has done, but she's just dumb about it. And she needs not that she's lying, not that she's telling the truth. She just needs a guy who is dumb enough to believe it. To tell it to. Information is it travels.
There are some men like that.
There are some men you tell and they'll look at you like it doesn't even add up, and they'll look and they know you're lying and they'll tell you like that. Some men you tell, they'll tell you don't.
You say, well,
accept
mommy,
and then there are guys you tell and they'll believe.
They'll say, no, I love you like that.
Yes.
All those type of things.
Especially if she's telling to a guy privately. It's for the guy to confirm I love you like that, this and that. Your past doesn't matter. Okay, your past doesn't matter, but my money matters. It means what? You're looking at my future. I'm looking at your past. That's how the dating market works. A lady, she's looking at your future 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. If she's planning to be a potential wife to you, will this man be able? Will he take care of me properly? Will he take care of the kids based on what you're doing, the income you're in, and all of that? That's how she's looking at your future. Let's forget about the fact that she's a gold digger and this and that. We're not saying she's a gold digger.
Yeah.
I say what women biologically look for these things. She needs a secure future, so she looks at your income, earnings, and all of that, because she's going to bring children. She doesn't want to suffer, especially if she came from that kind of home. But as a man, I cannot look at your future, your earnings. Your money is your money. So what I gravitate to is your past. Did you have a clear past to deserve my bright future that is coming? Because as a man, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, normally, yeah, that's true.
A man with a nasty past is a man with experience, and he works better in a relationship. A man with experience knows how to deal with a woman.
How to navigate.
Yeah, he knows how to navigate. A woman with experience is broken.
Yes.
Because women are
Yes.
emotional.
Yes.
Emotional has to do with more spirituality. That's
Yes.
even entuning to your spiritual self. You have to. You hear these monks and will tell you is about that level of spirituality. Is you getting in tune to your emotion to a more higher state. So if you're an emotional being and you can only reproduce once a year, which means well you're more in tune to the spiritual because you're tasked with the task of bringing
A new life.
a new life into this universe, bringing from another realm into this realm of existence, experience, feel and touch. That's your job. So you doubling more than 5, 6, 10, 20, I think that's affecting your spirituality because sex is a spiritual exchange. You give something and the person who is more emotional tends to receive more. So if it's a nasty nigga, if it's a dark energy nigga, she's receiving all of that. She's receiving, so if she has 30, 50, 40 bodies, she has other negative emotion, all of that, and she's very unstable in a relationship because she's used to a lot. She doesn't even know what is real somehow, and she will tend to define what is real based on how she feels. If she felt sad at this time she was dating and thought that was the best emotion at that time, the point where you put aside, if her brain needs to recall back to that, because there are times where you get smell of perfume and it can remind you of a memory of 10 years ago.
I don't get
same as how
corner there. I say,
hey,
good.
This same as how
my
there are
ex,
situations that you get in and maybe it brings you to a memory of 15, 10, 20. So all of those experiences. So if a woman has more experiences with more men, I think she's more broken internally and spiritually, and she's a lot harder to maintain. That's why these days it's very difficult for a man to maintain a woman because we are used to, it's like a whole whip.
Yeah.
Or like back in the day, a man would meet one woman in his 90 when he's 19 and stick to her the rest of his life. Now we have baby mamas, baby daddies, baby mamas, baby daddies. Well, everywhere, like.
But I do you think that this baby mama things is to blame the men or to blame the women?
Well, it's not to blame the men, it's not to blame the women. Blaming somebody is like saying white is the best and black is not the best. It's not the best. Life is a balance. You cannot blame Y, you cannot blame X because if we are to take 10 pregnant women right now and they give birth to their babies and then we create let me say we take a house, right, a very big house, let's say big as Boya, and we create that, make them know that what they are the only 10 people that exist, and then we give them Harry Potter book, they read it and we tell them these are your gods, the blah blah this and that, they'll get to believe Harry Potter was the Jesus Christ that came to save this very and correct. That you get it. So the psychology you give, so you cannot come now, let's say 100 or 200 years later after maybe the 100 or 50th generation,
and
start saying that what it's your fault. No, it's not their fault. You cannot blame them. What you grow into is what you learn. That's why the best way kids learn is by visual sight observation, what they see. So you cannot really blame this generation. If something is happening now, it's because it started somewhere. That's why I say, to understand your future, you have to look at where you're coming from. The root. It's not about you attacking the root, but more like attacking the source. Most times you cannot attack the source, but you can understand the source. So if you understand the source, maybe you don't have to destroy the root, you just have to redirect the root rather than let it grow in its own pattern you cannot control. You will learn how to redirect it into where you want it to be, channel it. Instead of being angry and shouting at people like blah this and that, this and that, this and that, rather
or
you learn how
the
to
victim
channel
card.
You learn how to channel that energy in your creativity. Okay, you're angry, instead of shouting, you take a pen and paper and you write all those emotions down and reading it out loud, or maybe you realize you just wrote a quote.
It might be rap and also
you that's just wrote a quote, you wrote a
that's a go-to way to or therapy.
Music is communication.
To solve any problem.
Yeah, music is mostly communication. That's why it's difficult for me to just sit up and write, but I have to. And most of the time, it takes the strongest emotions. Either heartbreak, especially
that 2 o'clock night.
Especially when there's not even that kind of heartbreak. Most of the time, when I talk about heartbreak, it has to do with me and family. Like a family, like if I really care about you, then you really cross the line. That's really heartbreaking. Okay. But most of the time, when I should say the word heartbreak, people think of relationship. No,
but in your case, getting a break your heart.
No, I've had my heart broken.
Maybe you have decided that
it's not about this. It's not about you deciding. Sometimes you think you decided, but it's just your brain, your subconscious. Because there's this thing. Once the brain has experienced pain, it finds every way to let that pain not happen for the next time. But you think it's you is the individual, but you have to understand something. It's not you the individual that is controlling this body, it's the brain. Because if you pick up these glasses, because I was talking today, your brain clean and said, hey, lift up that glass, take a sip, you get it. Then the body now only reacts. The body is just a reaction of what the brain of the brain's programming.
Wait. Are you saying the brain is controlling me? I'm controlling the brain.
The brain is controlling you.
So, wait. It means. Well, I mean, I thought
the brain is a power factor. Take out the brain, the body is like a zombie. It's a zombie. So the brain is what gives you sense, IQ, choice, everything. It's the brain.
No, so I still want to look at it like I'm controlling the brain to control my body.
No, you're not controlling the brain to control.
Then I will ask that, who are you? Ask
the brain is giving out signals that your body is responding to. The brain tells you you're horny, your body responds to that, and you start having an erection and all of that. But it started from the brain you visualizing something. It didn't just come. You visualize something. Then the brain gave out these signals. Then your body now responded to these signals.